All right, so welcome back to the Aura and Wellness Podcast. I'm really happy to be sitting here, happy to be back in this space. I am using a mic, if you cannot see, and this is going to be like a trial run with me using the mic. I am hoping it helps to improve the quality of the sound. My mom actually got this for me for, was it Christmas or my birthday? I want to say Christmas. So thank you, Mom. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm feeling good. I had a really nice shower. I have my incense lit. I'm about to put on, this is Spiritual John. I'll link the information. I'm going to do my best to make sure I link everything that I ever mention. But this is one of her magic intention oils. This one is the peace oil, and I love it. I feel like I can definitely attest to the magic that is in it. I usually like put some on my wrist, and I like to put some behind my ear. And then I also, with this oil, like to put it on my stomach as well to help ease anxiety, ease nervousness, and things of that nature. Mm. And it also helps to take some deep inhales of the oil to help ease nervousness. So I just wanted to put that on real quick. I also am wearing, this is just like a Buddha necklace I've had. I forgot where I even got it from, on a seashell. And then this is actually made by my partner. His business is guided by Siraj, and he makes a lot of things like that. Walking stick is something that he makes, and it's a, um, I believe I want to say it's a clear quartz crystal that's sitting on top of it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's clear quartz that's sitting on top of it. And then this is a choker that he made that I kind of fell in love with. So I asked if I could have it. He said yes. And this crystal, I believe, is iolite. And yeah, I also brodied this from him, this ring. I, I like to, I have a habit of brooding. If you're not from Philly, that means like I don't steal, I just ask. So let's get into the episode. As you heard in the intro, we are discussing duality, and specifically bad days will happen, but how will you choose to respond to them? What do we do to navigate bad days? I'm really excited to get into this topic. I don't really feel like this is going to be a super long podcast, honestly. So let's get into it. All right, so first, what is duality? The duality refers to the concept of two opposing forces. So duality is like yin and yang, negative, positive, or so things of that nature. So duality is the ideas that these two opposing forces exist in harmony with one another, because you can't really have one without the other. If everything was all positive, um, it's just not realistic. And if everything was all negative, it would just be not a great existence. So you can't have one without the other. So, in the context of this podcast episode, the duality of life refers to the idea that both good and bad days will happen, and it's up to us to choose how we respond to them. So, I am, as you all know, pregnant. I am 20 weeks pregnant. Actually, I'll be 21 weeks tomorrow. And some days are easier than others. Even before I got pregnant, it's always been like that. Some days are just literally easier than others. Some days I wake up and I'm like ready to go. I'm ready to get in the zone. I'm like, yes, it's about to be the best day, all of that jazz. And then some days it's like, I'm not feeling it. And it feels like one thing after the other keeps happening, and that things are not working in my favor. But things are always working in my favor. And that's something definitely to just keep in mind, and to really just sit with. Like, bad days will happen. Oh my God, I just got distracted. It's this beautiful bird that is literally sitting in the tree right in front of me. It's beautiful. It's a big bird too. I wonder what kind of bird it is. But it's just like funny that I would just see this bird and it's just sitting there. It's so beautiful. Okay. But things are always working in your favor. Even when bad things are happening, bad days happen, there's something to be gained from that experience. You're not just having an experience like just to have it. Like, no, there's a lesson there for you to hopefully receive and appreciate and then further apply to your life. So it's okay. Like life can be challenging. Bad days are inevitable. But the same can be said about good days. Like good days are inevitable. You're gonna have good days. That's the way life flows. Like sometimes we up, sometimes we down. Sometimes we up and sometimes we down. So it's just important to remember that how we choose to respond to these days is what truly matters. If I decided to be like, my entire day is going to crap and I'm just like, oh, I just give up. I'm not doing this anymore. What good is that going to serve me for the next day? What good is that going to serve me in general? My mood, I'm further impacting my mood by deciding to just take on all that negative energy, and I don't have to. I can choose to respond differently. I can choose to acknowledge it for what it is, that okay, yes, this is a bad day, but I'll get through it. And hopefully, prayerfully, the next day is better. So by choosing to respond with positivity and resilience, we're like overcoming the challenges and deciding like, you know what, this may be going on, but I'm gonna still show up. This may be going on, but I'm still gonna put a smile on my face at least. This may be going on, but shoot, even if you can't smile, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna release it, or do something to move the energy and not let it become stagnant and not let it build up, because then that just builds resentment, and we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that energy, and it's just not worth carrying. So when faced with a bad day, it's important to take a step back and assess the situation for what it is. Like I said, just looking at it for what it is. Like, okay, this is happening. Why is this happening? What is the cause of the problem? Determine what actions you can take in the moment to address the problems. Okay, it's in my control to change the situation around. So what can I do? What can I do? And once you do that, it really is helpful. It does help to start changing things around. Like sometimes when I get bad news, I know I'm like, but okay, the positive is the awareness that maybe the bad news brought me. And now I can, okay, what steps can I take now to turn this negative news into a positive? Because I can. So you want to just make sure to remember in these moments during these bad days to give yourself grace, take care of yourself, don't beat yourself up over it. If you need to take a break, if you need to step outside for some fresh air, if you need to reach out to your friends or a family member or whoever you trust, like it's okay for you to do that, because that is how you're going to get through it. That's how you're going to start to take the next steps and hopefully try to just maintain a positive outlook and focus on the things that bring you joy and fulfillment, and then just go on about your life and not again be stuck, because bad days are going to happen. It's really outside of your control in a way, so you just got to let it be what it is. It's okay. Activities that can help you relax and de-stress when you're having a bad day are taking a walk, reading a book, practicing meditation or yoga, treating yourself. Get you some ice cream, get you your favorite chocolate, get you your favorite meal, get you something that you enjoy thoroughly. And even stepping away from social media. Sometimes when we're having a bad day, I feel like these days a lot of us are quick to go to Twitter, go to Instagram, go to TikTok, go to Facebook, go to something as an outlet. And that sometimes can do more harm than it can do good. So sometimes you might just need to take a break. Like maybe because you never know, you may have manifested the energy into your physical life by social media, because maybe all day on social media people were talking about their bad days, or maybe you just kept seeing bad news and you're just like, what the f, like you don't take a break, step away. Social media will be there, trust and believe that. So give yourself some time, because yeah, we don't, like I said, the whole point and what we're really trying to make sure that we stay mindful of is that bad days are going to continue to happen, but you have the power to respond in a more positive light. And hopefully that'll help you to continue on about your day and not feel so heavy. You don't want to carry that heaviness with you all day. Nobody wants to do that. So, in conclusion, it's just important to remember that it's okay to not feel okay. Sometimes you might not necessarily, it might not be an immediate fix. You might not feel okay, or the bad day might not turn around immediately, but that's more than okay. Like, sometimes it's okay to just literally sit and be and just be present with everything. But if it ever becomes too much, definitely make sure you're reaching out to someone or journaling in a book or just having some kind of outlet that's positive and constructive so that you can feel supported and that you feel better and that it's not just weighing on you forever. So just the overarching message, is it arcing or arching? But the overall message is to maintain a growth mindset, that these challenges will happen, but these challenges are also opportunities for learning and for personal growth. So, thank you for tuning in to this week's podcast. Like I said, this was really straight to the point. I just wanted to address that bad days will happen. So, I really hope that this helps. I hope that the next time you're having a bad day, that you can come back to this podcast and even listen to it, and it helps you to remember, like, it's okay, and use the activities I provided, and suggestions I've made to just turn your day around. And yeah, that's my hope and intention. I'll see you next time on Aura and Wellness Podcast. I'm really excited for the next podcast. So stay tuned. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. Give us a follow. Give us a comment. Share the podcast. All of that. I would really, 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 really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day whenever you are listening to this. And if you are not, I pray that your day turns around. I am Aura, and we are out.